Hello and welcome back to the channel. I made a video recently about these sunglasses, the Mutrix Bluetooth speaker sunglasses, for lack of a better word. It's sort of a new category. If you haven't seen this video already, I definitely recommend checking it out. These have worked out pretty well for me so far. The only problem I've had with them is they're not terribly comfortable for me. My head is a little large, so they're a little tight in this area. Sound quality and battery life have been great though. But when I was trying these out, one of the things that kept coming back up was Bose also makes a pair of sunglasses with built-in speakers, and Bose is really well known for their sound quality. So I went to the store and I tried them on and I bought a pair. So today we're gonna take a quick look at the Bose frames. One of the things that actually drew me into these and made me want to pick up a pair is this Bose Ar Sound. I don't know exactly how useful that's going to be. In the store they had a demo using one of the apps. I think I have the app on my phone already, but it gives you sort of a full 360 augmented reality experience with sound. So you could be listening to ocean surf. I keep saying ocean surf in videos. You could be listening to the waves, turn around and they sound like they're behind you. Turn sideways and they just sound like they're on this side. It's a really weird experience that I kind of liked. But also the sound quality is just really good. So let's open these up, see what comes in the box, try them on, go out for a walk with them and whatnot without any further ado. Now, one of the key differences here, the Bose frames start at $200. There are two different sizes of them available, whereas with the Mutrix, I think there's only one size, the size that I have. With the Mutrix, there's several different color options in terms of the frames and the lenses. With the Bose, there's two different sizes. There's the Alto that I have here and the Rondo, which are more rounded, and they do have additional lenses. The Mutrix are not polarized by default. You have to pay for that. The Bose are not polarized by default. You have to pay, I think it's $30 extra for that. And just knowing myself, I may end up going back and picking up those $30 upgrades because I do love me some polarized sunglasses. But here on the top, you can see the case that the sunglasses are going to come in. It does have Bose branding on it. A little bit of a large case, probably not something I would carry with me. Feels like there's some documentation down here. And surely enough, there is. So it says Bose frames and then safety instructions. There's a whole packet of safety instructions in a bunch of languages. And that's actually all that was in the box. I guess that means that the charging cable must be inside the case here. So let's just see. A little difficult to open. It does have a magnetic closure there, so it closes back very easily. And inside, obviously, you get the sunglasses, and there they are. An additional little pouch, definitely way too small to hold the sunglasses, but it does hold the USB charging cable. It has pogo pins here on the other end, kind of similar to the way the Mutrix worked. Go ahead and open those up. And it's not a terribly long cord, probably 18 to 24 inches. I don't have a tape measure on me, sorry. The case feels like it's got a nice soft lining to it. It does have this plastic divider here in the middle so that the glasses will only fit one way. And then in terms of the glasses, there's piece of plastic over that. Here on the right arm, you can probably see it. That's where the charging pins are going to be. It does have gold accents to it, but that's only on the inside. So from the outside, you're not going to see any of that. There's only one button on these where the Mutrix had three. This button is for play, pause, next track, answer call, hang up call, basically everything you want to do except volume. That's one of the things I actually really liked about the Mutrix glasses was being able to change the volume on my phone from the sunglasses on my face. But taking another quick look at the glasses themselves, you might be able to see it on these arms. Let's see if I can get a little closer. Part of the way back on the arm, there's a speaker, and then on the back side of this section, there's another speaker. Whereas the Mutrix just had the one speaker at the back, nothing up closer to the front. So it should give you that more immersive sound. That's where that AR is gonna come in. And they're the same way on both sides. So there's actually 1, 2, 3 different sections on each. I'm not actually sure how many speakers these have in them, but they do have 3 speaker grills. So I'm gonna assume at least 2 on each side. And kind of the next and one of the more important things for me is how do they fit and how do they feel? Oh, that's very nice. They're not squeezing my head at all. They're not causing any discomfort. They're a little heavy. I'm gonna say that right now. I think that's one of the reasons why the Mutrix glasses are as tight on the head as they are, is because they're kind of heavy as well. Just holding them in the hands though, they're very similar in terms of weight. The Bose frames weigh about 47 grams, where the Mutrix weigh about 52, so about 5 grams difference. These are definitely very comfortable. I could actually see probably bending these back parts down a little bit, just to make it sort of snug behind your ear a little bit. I wore these for like 4 hours when I went to the zoo the other day, and the back section of the arms just cut into my head, which is very unfortunate because other than that, these have been great. But there you go. There are the Bose frames. Does that up my cool level a little bit? Bose doesn't seem to be focusing as much on the cool factor, meaning appealing to the younger generation. They're $200 sunglasses. They're probably not going to appeal to younger generation anyway. The Mutrix appear to be more about the colorways, so you get black, orange, and white, I think. with like orange, black, and blue lenses, a bunch of options there. Whereas with the Bose, it's black on black. You get black lenses, you get black frames. I think they had a slightly green and a slightly brown color, but the polarized ones are the only ones I would really consider upgrading to. And I think without any further ado, I've been going on entirely too long. Let's go ahead and power these on. I'm gonna hold the button on the side, looking for any sort of status LED. There's the status LED on the inside of this arm, and it did power up and say 80% and ready to connect. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to connect them to my phone by going to Bluetooth. Actually, I think I have to do it through their app, so we'll go to the Bose Connect app. Well, I held the button until it said Bluetooth device list cleared, and now it says Bose frames, so drag to connect. It says connecting. Now it says pair product step 1, open the settings menu and tap on Bluetooth. So I'm in Bluetooth now. The Bose frames do show up now, so I can just click there. And it just told me that it was connected to my iPhone, and that's it. It should be ready to go. It says continue. We can give them a nickname. I'm just gonna skip that. Get the most, let's take the tour. Connect to a mobile device. Power off, press and hold until you hear a voice prompt and the light slowly blinks. Play music, press it once to play or pause. Skip songs by double pressing, triple press to go back. Take a call by pressing a button to answer or end. Power off by flipping the frames upside down for 2 seconds. That's why they weren't connecting before. When you flip them upside down for 2 seconds, they turn off. So I had to actually pick them up or flip them up this way for them to work. I'd forgotten about that. Charge your frames. It says connect the charging cable to the frames by pressing the pins against the port on the right temple. Connect the other end to a USB wall charger. Got it. Almost there. We can do more product tour stuff. Not right now. Oh, it wants push notifications? Sure. And it looks like it's downloading an update. Transferring firmware, 7% complete. So I'm going to have to give that a little bit of time. It is ready to play though, and it does say 70% battery remaining. I hit ready to play. Close the screen and tap the music tab to get started. Okay. Introducing Music for Connect. The first time ever you can access your favorite albums, playlists, radio, and more from Bose Connect. So we can do Apple Music, TuneIn, and more to come. So I'm not going to use either one of those because I don't have either of those. Let me just go ahead and test it with some music. All right, I have the Spider-Man soundtrack going because my 3-year-old absolutely loves it. So we listen to it in the car every day. And good quality sound. It's Bose, you got to expect good quality sound. I'm curious how much of that you can actually hear through this mic. The mic is less than a foot away from me at this point, so if you can hear it, not surprising. But if I turn it all the way up, you can probably hear it now. Yes, you can hear it. I can see it on my meter over there. But still, if I put it back to like 50%, I don't see it registering anything over there now. I can see it start to register now. I've got it about 70%, something like that. It's a well over halfway. But really for everyday usage, 50% or under is gonna be comfortable. And you get into a louder situation outdoors or something, you're gonna want it to be louder, but you're outdoors, so you're potentially farther from other people or in louder scenarios. I like the sound quality though. Not to say there was anything wrong with the sound on these. The sound on the Bose is just a little more full. I think the way I put it before was it's a bigger sound stage and the sound quality is just a little bit better. Is it hundreds of dollars better? Probably not. But at the same time, if you have a larger head, these are definitely going to get the job done in terms of fit, finish, feel. This section is very awkward. Let me see if I can show that to you. So from this angle, you can definitely see overhead. There's a big bulge here, but this is a very early kind of product. It's not a prototype, it's just kind of a first generation. Because this is not bone conducting, these are actual speakers that are pumping music out into your ear canal this direction, and also kind of down this direction, so you're almost surrounded with sound. I can only imagine that it's going to get better. They're going to get smaller and thinner and lighter and with longer battery life in future generations. The firmware update is still happening. We're about 30% complete so far. Well, that's interesting. If I click on this button here, that's the AR button, it takes me to the Experience Showcase, so I can try different things here. Click on Entertainment, and it gives me Bose Radar and all these AR apps, EarPlay. Back under Fitness, there's Golf Shot, Virtual Caddy guiding you. Very cool. Travel, Naviguide AR. So potentially you'd be able to use these while you're navigating to be able to get notifications, and here's where you need to turn next. For walking directions, that would be great. So you're not having to constantly pull out your phone on city streets. Then there was just a listing at the end, just a button that pulls everything up at once. Still very early days, but there are quite a few apps out there. I think I'll try this Bose Radar app. So there we go. LE Bose frames. I'm connecting to them now. Update available. Continue without updating. It's still updating in the other app, but if I hit begin now, I have all these options of things I can do. So a beach scene, the beginning of the end, life on Mars. So a lot of these are going to be music related, but it's music from all angles, so like 360 degrees. So I'm going to pick this beach scene and also just life on Mars. I don't know if you can actually hear that. Probably not, because I do still have it kind of low, but it's a 360, like I can hear a helicopter that's going across my, that's super weird. And as I turn around, it does feel like it's coming at me from different angles. That's cool. Although I have it a little bit loud, so it's, ooh, as I move my head around, the waves are in, they feel like they're overhead almost. That's nifty. What about life on Mars? And this is music. It's about 2.5 minutes of music. But as I move around, different parts of this trancey music are in different areas. Wow, that's a weird feeling. Ooh, kind of gives you chills. That kind of feels like a Stranger Things music. And presumably this will get even better with further updates to the Bose glasses. But again, it's still very early. There's not a whole lot of experiences that will take advantage of this. One thing I feel I definitely should mention is after wearing these glasses for even a short amount of time, you might be able to see I've got a line across my nose that I've never experienced while wearing a pair of sunglasses. So while the Mutrix glasses made a line behind my ears, this one makes one right on the bridge of my nose, because they are quite heavy. And we're back. I've had these for about a week now, and I've been wearing them off and on since then. Took them to the pool a couple of times, went on walks in them a couple of times, actually walked in the rain in them at one point, and no issues there. These are not something that you would want to wear in the pool if you're going to be going underwater, but I did wear them in the pool and I got splashed a little bit. No problems there. The only real problem I've had with these, two problems. One is that ring that I was telling you about that I get across my bridge of my nose. Not a massive deal there, but that's really kind of a hard one to work around because it's not like you can actually add extra padding in there. These are just heavy glasses. The other problem, which you can kind of work around, is the battery life. And the battery life is about 3 hours. And that one's a rough one because when you charge them, you do have to charge for a couple of hours at a time. And that's just uninterrupted, plug it in and let it sit. Which means, you know, it's fine if you're going to go to the zoo, if you're going to go to the pool. But if you're going to do one thing and then another, you're going to have a few hours in there where you can't wear them and you can't listen to your music. So just, I guess, be aware of that. $200 for a pair of sunglasses that have excellent sound quality. I think I mentioned earlier it was like 3 speakers per side. There's another one here on the side that I wasn't able to see when I was unboxing them. These are just covered in sound, so whenever you're listening to it, great sound. Cannot complain about that in the slightest. Battery life needs a lot of work. So for a first generation product, I like them a lot. It's a Bose product. Saying that they're $200 is not unexpected. And I checked the Mutrix one. Their Kickstarter campaign apparently got canceled, got suspended, and they're selling them for $129 on their site now, so it's not that big of a step up to go up to the Bose glasses. And honestly, I'm still really tempted to go back to the Bose outlet and pick up the polarized lenses because I really enjoy having polarized lenses in my glasses, and these are just not. They do block out most of the sun rays that, you know, I can walk around outside comfortably in them, but I just like that little extra bit with polarization. It just makes everything kind of pop. So if you do end up picking up a pair of these, let me know what you think of them. I like them a lot. I love the sound quality. These are great for listening to audiobooks and music, going for long walks, going to the pool or the beach or zoo, anything where you're out and about with the family for a few hours. They're great because you can be listening to your music, not disturbing anybody else, but still having a good time being able to listen to and interact with people around you. Anyway, I'll put links to where you can find them down below. They're probably affiliate links unless it's a direct link to Bose. I don't have any sort of affiliation with Bose. But that's going to be all for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, a thumbs up would be greatly appreciated, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Hit the notification bell if you want to get notified when new videos do come out. Other than that, see you again next time. Bye guys.